stream number 2. Hi, everybody. Number 2. Look at where I am. My favorite place in the world. The Upper Yoder Township Township building. And listen, if you can't understand that I'm being completely sarcastic, I am. I don't really like coming here. It's kind of an exercise in futility, but I do it for you, the residents, the taxpayers, the concerned citizens. That's why I do this. Somebody asked me to come here to this meeting. Somebody said the Upper Yoder Township Sewer Authority meeting is at 7 o'clock. So it's 7 o'clock, and how's the song go? It's 7 o'clock, and I want to rock, but I don't want to get a belly full of beer. I don't really like to drink. So, meeting will be starting here in about 15 minutes, from what I understand. 7 p.m. Upper Yoder Township Authority, regular meeting, 7 p.m. So, there is somebody requesting to be on the agenda. There's a public participation portion. There's some old business about the Stony Creek Agreement proposal and Westmont Woods engineers report, the Rutledge report. I'm curious to know what the Rutledge report is about. What's the Rutledge report? It says municipal updates, JRA, Southmont, Stony Creek, Greater Johnstown Water Authority, and Westmont. I can't see that far anymore. Service area updates and violations, Benz Creek Original Project, Woodmont, flow meters. Solicitor's report then. Correspondence is going to be Carriage Hill Apartments, notifications and correspondence. New business is, yeah, I'm trying to stay vigilant there, brother. Doing what I can, man. Thank you. Thank you, my friend that just sent me that message. Live streaming right now, in case you don't know. Again, but thank you. Listen, to my friend that told me to send a Danny. I hope you're watching. You just sent me that on Facebook. Yeah, before he deletes them, hey, yeah. Do me a favor and screenshot it for me, Dan. I don't know if you're watching this or not, but yeah. So hey Chris, you're watching my video right now, dude. I got a favor to ask you. Go onto my Facebook and tag Daniel Gaston and tell him to just say screenshot and tag him, or write his name in the thing, because I'm not sure if he's watching my live stream or not. I understand a lot of my friends don't really care to watch this shit, but yeah, and if not, if you missed that, that's cool. Thanks, brother. So a new business is the approval of the non-compliance fees of September 10th, 2025. Approval of bills, advertisement of budget workshops, winter storage of transit van, staffing and purchasing, and then they're going to adjourn. So I probably should have looked to see if I was actually in the frame. I wasn't. But that's cool. So public participation is important. You need to come to your meetings. You need to see what's going on. I love doing this for people, but I don't like coming to these meetings, especially here. They're just particularly hard-headed, bullheaded, and stubborn, and they don't want to listen to the people. Guest starring a bee. So yeah. People are showing up.
Hello, John.
Hi, Dave. What's going on?
How's it going?
Yeah, you know. Should be open. Tim?
Hey, John, how are you?
Couldn't be better. I'm not, I just lied to my friend. Anyway, I guess it's about that time. I guess we're gonna go over here and see what's shaking. There's the agenda. There's Karen doing what she does.
Hi, John.
Hello.
Chase, or
Nope, it's all done.
all done?
Now I gotta do my shed yet, but
Everybody's here.
house is done. Looks a lot better than it did. It needed it. It hasn't been painted in 60 years, so.
Hi, paradise. Well, we had some great weather, you know, to do it the last 4 weeks.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
too hot.
Didn't get as hot, no rain.
Go figure that I'd take my air conditioners out because
Yeah.
I thought we were past this and then
Coming back though, you know, it's like,
I don't even take mine out of the window, honestly, because I don't get much draft through. So I just left them in all last year.
Did-
Yeah, so I was like, all right, it's time for me to go home.
I know as soon as I shut mine off, it seems like my fiance was turning the heat up. I'm like, what are you doing? We're not turning the air conditioner and the furnace on the same day.
Not nearly the turnout this evening for the authority. You know, Tim, I use Cartman entirely too much for my thumbnails, but depending on how this meeting goes, I might have to use it for the Yoder Township authority.
It never fails whenever we come back from there though. It'd be raining or snowing or terrible. You'd have like real nice weather. Like we don't see the sun here for 6 months and then, yeah.
I had to rent a car and drive to Montgomery County. It was a convertible Mustang.
There you go.
It was 70-some degrees here.
Yeah,
Drove over there.
yeah,
It was 80-some degrees.
okay.
So that's not bad.
There you go.
Rained for 3 hours that I was there. I was outside the time.
That's always fun.
So the one time I get a convertible.
Yeah, that's happened to me several times in the black Corvette. Yeah, I'll put the top down. Why not? Go run the. I'll tell you what drive I used to like to do in that car in particular is I'd drive down to Somerset, get something to eat in Somerset, hop on the Pike, run to Pittsburgh, you know, and then just come back 22. And I can't tell you how many times I'd be getting off the turnpike, you know, going, it's gonna rain. I'm not gonna get in front of the storm. I'm not gonna beat it, you know, because that car is not that fast, and I don't drive fast anyway. And would you believe there's like you pass the sheets, and there's nowhere forever to pull underneath and it starts raining, so you just get wet. You get real wet. Oh boy.
That's what I've been told, yeah. That's a really optimistic person that came up with that.
Oops. Oh, boy. This will be the second meeting I will go to. I will be going to talk about shit. Literally, shit. In the same day. I'd bring it up in Southmont. It's never fun. All these municipalities got in the shit. Here, I'm gonna turn this around so they can talk. Tim's kind of forced to sit here and listen to me. He doesn't have to acknowledge me, but. So when did all the local governments get into the shit business? I mean, they regulate it, they charge you for it, they all tack a fee onto it for your water bill. So, you know, sometimes some municipalities, man, you got to pay like, so it's all said and done, 3 water bills. And let me explain that. There's a water bill and there's a sewer bill. Now they're combined. The water authority collects for the sewer authority. And in Southmont, I have to pay $600 for maintenance. Now, if I get behind on any of those, they shut off my water. I understand to a point, but shouldn't the only people that could be able to shut off your water would be the people that you buy it from? Well, okay. Oh, there's different people up there. Cool, far out. I don't know why I went. Okay, so we have Bill Bergman, John Hyder, Evans, David A. Reho, Al Molinsky, and James Peters. I don't know any of those guys. Hi, Greta.
Hello. How are you?
Couldn't be better.
You know, now I look for you when I walk into the Pizza Man.
I'm usually there.
I don't see you though.
I was there last night. I
No?
was there Friday night. I was there Wednesday. I'm there when my kid doesn't have football.
Well, that's all the time now, isn't it?
Tim,
Yes, but no. He's-
I don't think I've ever met you personally.
No,
so.
no.
Klanch,
What's up?
nice to meet you.
How you
I
doing?
see you on the video all the
Oh,
time.
good. You are?
Jim, I'm the,
Jim?
I run the sewer as a project manager, so.
Good. Well, we'll get good. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. I don't really
It's all
know.
good.
Good, yeah.
Hey, what the heck, I was just up there, where we go? A couple weeks ago, I got wings. We'd gone in there one day and we sat down and ended up on a call, we had to leave like right away.
If it was Labor Day, I was on vacation. I was away for a week.
I think it was. Yeah.
I went down.
Pizza Man up in the plaza. They make good pie.
Do they sell
Consistently.
dough?
They do.
Somebody just told me that they sold,
You can-
that they
you can
sell
buy
dough.
dough. Yes, you can. My sister actually does pizzas up there as well.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and her daughter, maybe works the counter, so it's great.
I'll have to come get a pie.
They just told me, somebody just told me about that, they want a,
Either in the kitchen or out front.
they want a pizza oven on a golf alley. And he's like, I was told I had to go get toppings for pizza. And I said, oh, now I guess you gotta go buy the dough. And he goes, well, I was just told. He goes, matter of fact, I just found out. He goes, I'm on my way up there now to find out if it's true. He goes, the pizza man sells the dough. I'm like,
I
get
don't know how much it is, I don't think it's that much, honestly.
And I'm like, are you serious? And he's like,
This is out of the state.
Hi, Rich.
Just
How are you?
Maryland and West Virginia.
That's because the meeting's over. Hey, John. We're already there.
Cumberland.
Another usual suspect for Upper Yoder Township participation, which is good. I think that is the perfect. Listen, we all got to participate. Mr. Ritchie's lovely wife, she's here too. Everyone's afraid to sit in the front row. It's not, listen, it's not English. It's not Miss Adams teaching us English. Okay, oh, you probably did. Okay, you didn't try, that wasn't second period. That wasn't second period and you needed to sleep, man. Her homework was brutal. So, oh, we're almost there. Oh, we're there. How about that?
Is that on good? Okay. Great. Okay, 7:01, I will call the meeting of the Upper Yoder Township Sewer Authority to order. Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, welcome everyone. Okay, first item on our agenda is approval of the agenda for tonight's meeting. Motion to approve. Okay, a motion by Jim. Second. Okay, a second by Tom. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, next item is approval of our minutes from our meeting of April 18th.
Motion approved.
Okay, motion by John, second by Tom. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, next item is person requesting to be on the agenda. Tim? And before you start, Tim, I want to read a statement from our board.
Okay.
Okay, which may help you understand what happened and how it happened.
Okay.
So, the Upper Yoder Township Authority first notified Carriage Hills Apartments of illegal and excessive flows entering the authority's sanitary sewer system from the apartment complex on April 9th of 2024. During the next 15 months, the owners received multiple notices, assessment of fees for non-compliance that have not been paid to this date, and we completed a series of telephone conversation and emails with the ownership group and multiple legal representatives, none of which resulted in any action to eliminate the excessive flows. So at our meeting of July 21st, this board voted 5-0 to terminate water service with the posting to occur on August 11th, 2025, if we did not receive the signed contract and schedule of work to make the repairs at Carriage Hills. Prior to this date, we were promised repeatedly that this would be received. We made one last call the afternoon of August 11th with no response. The next day, we started the process to shut off the water, including the posting of the property, which is something we did not take lightly. As that occurred, the owners responded and provided a signed contract and a schedule to make the repairs. As soon as that was received, we notified the Greater Johnstown Water Authority to stop any water service termination. However, during that process, we failed to notify the Upper Yoder Township Emergency Management Agency of the pending shutoff. That was an oversight on our part, as we have never shut off water to an entire apartment complex before. Providing this notification has now been included in our protocol for all future water shutoff notices to be sent to the Greater Johnstown Water Authority. At this time, we are pleased to say that the owners of Carriage Hills plan to start repairs next Monday, September 22nd, 2025, and they plan to stay on site until the repairs are complete. We also believe that our updated procedures will provide sufficient notice to our partners at the Upper Yoder Township Emergency Management Agency going forward.
I appreciate that. So just out of curiosity, because I was also under the impression that some nursing homes may also be in that same situation. Can we confirm or deny that?
No, let me go back to that real quick. We
Okay.
did post the Lutheran homes when it went under new ownership. The new owners weren't paying the bill, and we posted it, but it was paid the same day. So it didn't even go anywhere from outside that. But
Yeah.
like he said, it was never protocol for us, and I talked to you on the phone about it, that
So, yeah, so I guess so, and some of the stuff that had gone by, and I know there was some, and there was, I think, just some things in, Dave, I'm not sure, did you get emails of just trying to find out what some of the legal questions were going to be as to how we would potentially have to handle that from a legal standpoint?
No, I didn't.
Okay, we'll have, yeah.
I'd certainly be willing to talk to you about that.
No, there was some stuff that had been sent back and forth prior to the previous township meeting had been scheduled. So that's why I was shocked the last time that there wasn't anything done. So we'll address that at another time.
I'd be happy to talk to you about that. I mean, the email correspondence between whom?
I had sent that to Alice at the township, that there should have been some questions as to how we would be able to handle that situation, with whether or not we'd be able to, because it comes back from EMA from whether or not that stuff needs to be handled, because it has to come through the local solicitor,
Okay.
as to how that stuff needs to be handled, and that's what I was asking to see what you could look into from that aspect. Because it's gonna have to come back to, in the event that something like that, and hopefully they're all taken care of now, but in the event that something like that happens in the future, I mean, the hydrant's one aspect. The aspect that really concerns me would be that in the event that, and I know when I talked to Jim on the phone, would be if that did happen to one of the nursing homes. Fortunately, they have a plan. And I said, you know, the good and the bad is that the bad is that they would have a plan. They would have an idea of where they would get the water. They would have water buffaloes. They have those things that are in there. When you start dealing with 6 buildings such as Carriage Hills, they don't have to have a plan because they're a business. But then it would be, what would we do as a municipal? Do we have any responsibility as that aspect? And those were the things that I was very concerned about, of that aspect of where do we come into that? Do we have an ability do we have to come in and say, we need to put water there? Do we then bill them? Do they not get billed? Is there a reason that we have to declare an emergency? Can we declare an emergency if, in essence, we, as a municipality, ended up doing that? Is that something that's declared? And that's where all that wonderful legal stuff has to come into play in that. So yeah, I appreciate that if we get involved with that. And just, you know, I think that's one of the things that we're going to talk about previous to Thursday's meeting, is that I think that we need to improve our communications as well with the municipal leaders of public safety, that we all need to get together and make sure that that stuff is taken care of.
We don't want the situation to happen ever again.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
yeah, because we found out and it was like, oh, yeah.
And I mean, we waited as long as we possibly could to do it. We did not want to do it. We tried and tried and tried and just.
Yeah, and I agree, it's a tough situation, and it's not fair to the residents that are truly there, that they're paying their bill, and,
Absolutely.
yeah, because we're,
Every time we thought we were making progress, I probably heard from 5 different attorneys who at one point represented Carriage Hills. Every time one would get on board, they would go silent, and then a new one would call me, they would go silent, a third one would call, I think that was up to 5.
Now, we looked at that was a planned tactic. In my opinion, you start a trial and you have an attorney and and you fire your attorney, what's the judge say? I got a delay. So all that was a delay tactic. The new attorney would never pass anything to the new attorney. All it was kick the can down the road, Father, and like I said, that's what we got from them. We were no closer in month 18 than we were in month 1 of getting this resolved. And, in my opinion, like I said, we all voted yes, but I voted, yes, and this is my opinion, that I felt there was very, very slim chance that that water was gonna be turned off. We were, taking a chance, and what I gotta do, I gotta commend Teresa and Richard. I give them a lot of credit, and the rest of the residents that live there, because I think they were responsible for getting this done. Because like I said, we knew that the ownership was probably gonna get flooded, when we posted that with a lot of calls and emails. And, getting them from us was doing no good. But now getting them from their residents, was gonna, cause them to say that we're gonna move out or we're not gonna pay our rent. We felt, and that's why I say I think it was a very slim chance that the ownership was gonna step up and do the right thing. And it was a drastic move to make, but in the long run, do probably right with you, because I know from knowing you from all the years of coming to meetings, we're glad to have you. You're very well prepared, and whenever you come and give anything at the meeting, and it was an oversight with us not, getting in touch with you. But like I said, but we were just running out of, and we knew something is drastically wrong there, which their testing now has showed that, and so now it looks like things are rolling, and the bottom line is, like you said, we gotta all work together. We gotta work with the supervisors, we gotta work with the police department, the fire department, but we all make, separate decisions too. Like I said, what we make, so I mean, but we still gotta communicate, among all of us, and, and hopefully we never have to make another, I've been on this board longer than anybody, and like I said, I can't remember where we had to make a decision of that degree, and it was a hard decision to make, but like I said, I based mine, I thought it was a very, very small chance that it was gonna happen, and like I said, I give them credit, because like I said, and thank the other, residents down there that, because I'm sure you're not the only ones that have taken control and called, and I think that was maybe a key factor in getting it over the hump. Because like I said, we couldn't in 18 months, and we tried so many things. So, you can tell the rest of the residents, thank you from the board, because like I said, I think Yun's played a part of it. And we never wanted to put Yun's in harm. We didn't want the residents involved in it. It's between the board and the ownership. And, that's...
I apologize for our chuckling here, but
No, management is a pile of dirt.
Why are you blaming management when these people all voted, everyone here voted yes to turn your water off? They're the executive people.
Okay, yes, I understand.
Okay, so we're gonna get there, because I get to speak too, at some point.
Let's hold on for public comment.
But so I appreciate that we'll move forward with that in the future. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tim. Okay, next we'll move to public participation. Anyone who would like to address the board?
Yep.
You have 3 minutes for each person.
Hi, my name is Teresa Cunningham LaPuma, and I am a resident of Carriage Hills. And as Mr. Klanch pointed out, you guys did what you were supposed to do. You had 18 months, and the management had 18 months. And as I had talked to Ms. Rutledge, who I completely thank for, being so transparent with what was going on, because the management or the owners didn't know jack squat. We didn't know, the residents didn't know jack squat what was going on. And where I stand on is you guys voted yes to turn it off. And I appreciate you extending it 18 months. But at the same time, I was told that if a resident has 90 days to comply, then it should go for everybody. Why you gave, 18 months to the complex, I understand, but, at the same time, you gotta follow. If it's written for one, it should be written for all. That's just my opinion. And 18 months is a little excessive. But I get it at the same time, dealing with the owner or the management company, we couldn't get jack squat, any kind of answer, nothing. And it's just, I can see the catch-22 on both sides. But I learned that when water authority or whoever put up the notices that there was gonna be a shut off, someone that works in that facility took them all down, apparently. And then it was strategically placed in the morning before a certain person got there, so residents could see what was going on. And luckily, they were taken down again. Luckily, somebody took a picture of the shut off notice. And then my husband sent it to me, and this is where I come into play, because I speak my mind. And I don't care who, you know, I don't care. I see needs spoken, you know, and I thank you guys for keeping it out for 18 months. You know, if it was me, I would shut it off after 90 days. You can't bend one rule for another one and keep this rule over here. It just doesn't make sense to me. But like I said, at the same time, repeat myself, same time, I understand the management. You can't get a hold of them. And one lawyer after another lawyer after another lawyer. So, you know, it's unfortunate it had to get to that point, but at least something is being done. And I learned from Mr. Rutledge that they are coming on sometime next week to finally start the process of getting what needs done. So, thank you guys for your time. I appreciate y'all, and I'm done. Oh, and by the way, the bathroom in there needs some toilet paper.
We'll shut the water off.
Okay, anyone else like to speak?
Yeah, I'd like to speak.
Give me a minute here. I shouldn't have moved that probably, because no, it's probably, that'll do.
Okay. Most people here know who I am. Hi, Dave.
Hi, John.
I always feel a certain way about any government body thinking they have the right to turn off someone's water. Doesn't matter if it's, okay. There are a lot of people, water's expensive around here. It really is. You guys could have stopped this process. You guys explained and justified why you voted yes. Okay, but what you could have done was just voted no. You guys could have voted no, shut off their water. Okay? And seriously, rules over money. That's really what this is about. Making sure people follow the rules over money. And you're willing to shut off people's water. What if somebody would have died without their water? What if somebody, seriously, or what if over here at the retirement homes, somebody gets sick and dies because you guys shut off the water over the rules? Like, come on. You know, I realize that most people up here don't really want to hear what I have to say and don't really care. But I do honestly speak from a human level, you know, and that's kind of frightening when there's another government body, and what we're talking about, what is infiltration or overflow or something? Is that what it is, Chase? Okay. So here's the situation, right? So what if the landlords decide, well, you know what, we're just gonna level the place, and then there's no more Carriage Hills, and then what? How are you gonna regulate the water then that flows or overflows? So what if it goes into a pipe? You know, I mean, you got to think practically. You know, these are your neighbors that you're willing to shut their water off. What if they had the right to do that to you? What if they had the power or the authority to do that to you? Okay, that to me is a problem. I mean, and I think to them it's definitely a problem because they pay their rent and they pay the rent to their landlord. Okay, and you're shaking your head, Mr. Evans, like you seem like you understand. You seem like you have a little bit of empathy. I would have thought that you would have voted no. A couple of you could have voted no. Okay, or at least one of you could have said, look, I don't want to shut, you know, for whatever reason, we're not going to shut off your water. Like I said, over rules, over this, you know, it's kind of ridiculous. It really is, you know. I mean, I think that everybody that has, and you guys are all appointed, you're not elected, so you guys have appointed jobs. You're not actually elected. The voters of Southmont can't come, or the voters of Upper Yoder can't vote you out. So, you know, it's the supervisors who appoint you guys. So believe me, I'll have something to say about the fact that they have you guys appointed to go, yeah, we can shut off people's water. And yeah, Miss Teresa was right about the fact that you guys did what you could to keep it going for 18 months, okay? But you know what could have kept it going indefinitely? No, we're not shutting off the water. Because it's an apartment complex and because there's a fire hydrant there. and because we're not assholes that'll turn off people's water. No matter what justification anybody has for it, that's the way most people would feel about it. It's like, look, you're gonna shut off my water. I pay my bills, my rent is paid. If I didn't pay my rent, I wouldn't live here. So that's all I really have to say about this today. I won't do it to you now, Dave, but I did have a question for you, but I'll save it for Thursday if I get to see you. Probably won't though. Thanks everybody for the time, and like I said, just, you guys gotta think with a little bit of empathy. That's all I have to say, so thanks guys, appreciate it.
John,
Yep.
I will say, just have a respectful discussion.
Yeah.
That DEP there's a consent order with DEP, so they are on us too, like to make sure that that consent order is complied with. So we kind of have to answer to DEP also. So just.
I do
just wanted
understand.
to point that out, John.
I do understand that, you know,
Okay.
and I understand there's a lot of bureaucracy in every level of government. Listen, I understand it, but you know, you can always, with a no vote, you know, that just shows that, like, look, I care, or I'm listening. So that's
I just
what
wanted to clarify that to you and to you, man.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that. Yep.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other public comments? Okay, thank you. Okay, next we'll move on to old business. The Stony Creek agreement, we'll continue to hold on that.
Yeah, that'll be tabled.
Okay. Okay, next item is Westmont Woods. Okay. Okay, last Friday, we met with the representatives of Westmont Woods. They have been working for the last 5 years, working to try to eliminate some of their infiltration overflow problems. They have been flow monitoring as well during that period. In the last 8 months, we were provided records that show there were 5 spikes, kind of instantaneous spikes that just occurred in a brief period of time. Nothing that was prolonged. It would show a continuous level of infiltration. So we discussed with them what we could do moving forward here. We asked if they would consider continuing to flow monitor for another 9 months. And while that's occurring, we would pause on any of the non-compliance fees that they've been paying while they've been working on the problem. Anything else? I think that's kind of where we left it.
I think so too, and I was in touch with Attorney Gvozdich, who's at the meeting today, and Engineer Ben, and I know they're here to answer any questions of the board, but I would say that Attorney Gvozdich did provide me with a copy of an email as to all the work that Westmont Woods has done, and even as of November 15th of 2022, they had spent well over $200,000 at that time, and are still expending sums to remediate the issue. So we kind of thought after our meeting with them, which I thought was extremely productive, that this was a fair and reasonable solution.
Okay.
And this will go till next June.
End of next June, yes.
And,
9
you know,
months. We
and
get
it's
through
not,
that period.
then we'll pick back
Yes.
up at
Yes,
where we're.
yes. So, okay. So I'd like to make a motion that we enter an agreement with Westmont Woods, that we pause the non-compliant fees currently being assessed, and that for the next 9 months, they would continue to monitor the flows, provide those reports to us, and we'll review those, see how things go, and if at the end of that period, if we have seen no additional spikes or no additional problems, that we may be able to give them full recognition of their system compliance. Okay. Second?
I'll second it.
Okay, second by John. Any questions? Anybody? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, next, engineers report. Yeah. Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So before the last meeting, DEP did send a response letter to the authority. stating some of their recommendations regarding the flow monitoring that the authority has to do to show that they're compliant with their performance standard that's in their consent order. Jim and I, we did meet just to go over kind of a schedule for flow monitoring. And in the letter from DEP, they also recommended that the authority submit an amendment request or a time extension to the consent order. So we did prepare that, and essentially it just requests a 2-year time extension to certain obligations. And if the performance standard is not met, then a flow reduction plan will be submitted by March 1st of 2027. That letter should be in your packets or
Yeah.
for your review. And then we just kind of talked about when we're going to start the flow monitoring. DEP recommended that you start in winter to spring of 2026. That way you get the snow melt and the seasonal variations. So we're still kind of going back and forth on how we want to attack this. And I think we're going to kind of table the flow monitoring until
Yeah, until next meeting.
next meeting. That's pretty much all I had.
Okay, thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Okay, Jim?
The only thing we haven't went over is, Westmont Woods. They're in the process of doing the pre-treatment. I spoke to the owner and the engineer. They're almost done with that. And the other part would be the 3 manholes that got damaged that we built Quaker cells for, which is included in your packet. That's all I have.
Okay. And there was a drawing from Hilltop Heights,
Yeah, that's the,
the bar screen.
yeah, the bar screen. It's gonna be the same thing we did to Lutheran homes.
That's take care of the flexible wipes,
Yeah,
other debris.
that'll be nice.
Okay, Mr. Solicitor, any comments?
I have nothing.
Okay, thank you. Okay, correspondence, a couple of things in your packets. Let's see. There was a copy of, October courses through the PA Rural Water Association, and also, a program in the, let's see, it was an authority symposium scheduled for October 31st in State College, and also a meeting on Thursday dealing with vacuum excavating and subsurface utility engineering requirements for PA 1 call. And the dates and times and that information are in your packet. If you have any interest in attending any of those. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see, anything else?
The carriage hills, is it?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. And then also in the packet was information dealing with the Carriage Hills notifications and correspondence dating back to April 8th through this August. So that's it for your information as well. Okay, new business. We'll go to the non-compliance fees.
Okay, I didn't know, just wanted to make sure we
Yeah.
clarified.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep. Okay, non-compliance overview as September 10th. currently have 1,648 total properties connected, 1,521 are in full compliance, and we have a total of 14 properties that are non-compliant at this point. And those are listed in your package. Okay, any questions on those? If not, I hear a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Okay, motion by John, second? Second by Al? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you. Okay, next item is approval of our bills from August 19th through September 15th of 2025. Should have them on one sheet this time. Okay, and those total $146,884.30. Any questions on any of the bills? Okay,
Motion to approve the bills.
okay, motion by Jim,
Second.
second by Al. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, next item is to advertise for our budget workshop, to put together our budget for 2026. I think what we talked about was October.
An hour before first meeting.
Yeah, we talked about doing it at the October meeting, doing it an hour ahead of time.
I think it was
So that would be October 21st, I'm sorry, October 20th, at 6 PM. And then we would do a follow-up in December.
November.
No, I'm not gonna be here in November, that's why I'm gonna do it in December. Unless you guys wanna do it.
It should be just a matter of funding a few
Yeah,
things
okay,
up.
okay. Then we'll do it at the November meeting, we'd have a follow-up workshop then on November, or December, yeah, November 15th,
17th.
17th? Okay, sorry. Yeah, November 17th at 6 PM.
You going all November or what?
No, just that week.
We can do it a different week,
No, we could.
and even a week before that.
We could do it November 10th, if you wanna do that. How's that sound for everybody? November the 10th, just for a workshop?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then.
What time, 6?
6 o'clock. Okay, so we got October 20th at 6 PM and November 10th at 6 PM, if you guys can advertise that. Okay, do I have a motion to approve those dates for the workshop? Okay, okay, motion by Tom, second by Al, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, next item, winter storage of the transit van and our jet system. So,
It's just,
we need to find someplace.
everybody just spin your heads and see if you come up with something for now.
So if anybody has any ideas of where we might be able to store the van.
Can you drain this thing? Or is it, does it self-drain or?
Yeah, I mean, we can drain it down, I mean,
I've been down this road, no matter where you put it, something happens and, you know, because you didn't drain it, then you end up with a headache, you know, so.
yeah.
If it's not gonna be used, and the cold weather's coming, it's cheaper to drain it than it is to fix it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, but we'll still need it through winter.
Right, no, I understand that, I'm just saying that it's, you know,
Yeah.
I have a farmer friend who never practiced that till,
Oh, no, yeah.
till
it's
spring,
gonna
during that
be
when
out
you
in the
pump
end
one.
freeze.
How tall is it?
9 foot.
Can you go 10-foot garage door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue, trying to find something
Yeah,
here in the
yeah.
township is difficult. So again, just, if you think of anything, let Jim know.
Of course, you want to heat it too, right?
Yeah.
I know we had, but at one time, you know, I think that was what, for the whole facility, had talked, what, to Patrick. Would it be just, you know, if we just, you know, if he's still not using his garage, would that be long enough?
I don't know, like, when Vern was here, we talked to him, but now he's looking at using it for, I guess, quick exchange, and he has plans for it.
Yeah, I know he had talked to me about that one time too, that,
So,
you
yeah,
know,
that's off the table.
okay.
So just keep your eye out and rack your brain on it.
We got a little bit of time, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, then on staffing, we advertised in the Johnstown Tribune and also on Indeed for a position that will become an open as the project administrator. We've received 3 responses thus far. We're going to review those and then probably schedule at least one interview moving forward. Still looking for other applications to come in, but, yeah. Good,
Fine.
okay. Then the last item on here is purchasing.
Yeah, so the reason we put that on there is, right now, there's a lot of stuff that's between the township and the authority, so it's under the township's name. So if the authority needs something, we gotta go purchase it, then the authority's gotta reimburse the township, and vice versa. We just wanna switch over like the Lowe's cards and all that, and just get the authority their own cards and just separate all that, so there's not so much confusion between all of it. So we just wanted to bring it up and let you know that we wanted to do that, so.
Yeah, motion.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was looking at the rest, yes.
So we would do individual purchasing instead of going through the township?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, do I hear a motion to?
Motion.
Okay, a motion by Al. Second by Jim. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay. Any other items anyone has? No? Upon anything? Good? Okay. With that, we call for adjournment. And motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Jim, second. I'll second. Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
The problem is wherever it goes, we need access 24 hours.
The old place. The old place.
Nothing against anybody personally. I always feel a way about somebody having the power to shut off somebody's water. If we all had wells, couldn't do that, but we can't, we don't and we can't, but I just always feel a way about that. Thanks for you guys listening. How you doing today, John? I understand that, but still, you know, it's you know, I said what I had to say.
The other way is that all the other restaurants pay more money
I have a garage, but it doesn't have
Well,
if it has that, it
because
has
of the problem, you know what I mean?
I'll put a heater in it for you.
I don't disagree with that. I don't, but I still, I feel how I feel about it. You know what I mean? So hopefully, you know, our water's expensive enough. You know what I mean? What's that?
And the worst part is they weren't even paying enough money.
You, you know, I mean, I understand you have to pay, I understand you guys have to charge non-compliance fees, but they could be like, you know, a quarter, a buck, you know, a buck a year. I understand, but, okay, let's be real about it. The water's always infiltrated. Okay, it's always done it. It's always gonna do it. So, that's,
I agree with you.
have a good night, brother. I'll see you on Thursday. No, you're done. No more. No more. I know you're not here. I know you don't. I know, but yeah. I know. Good for you, buddy. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's me too. I'll see you around, bud.
We need to find somewhere now, so.
Thanks for watching. Not a problem, man. Thanks. Appreciate you. So, appreciate everybody. I'll stick around here for a minute. Anybody have anything they want to say? Nope. Nope.
For tonight.
Good. Everybody's afraid of my camera. I don't know why.
Combinations of EMS.
Excuse me, Tim.
Stuff that are.
Hi, Sue.
Urban area. He has an urban area. He has an urban area that is like.
Come on, baby. Don't fear the camera.
We're 124.
See you, Karen. The song is Don't Fear the Reaper, not Don't Fear the Oh, let me do this. Sorry. Okay. I'm tired. I've been up since like 5:30 this morning. So this is the first time I've went to this meeting. Some friends asked me to come to live stream this, so at least, hey, if anything, there's a record of exactly what was said. I always feel a certain way about the government having the power or the authority to turn off somebody's water. Somebody could die. You know, and I always think that's a problem. So, second hand on my watch fell off. Again. Oh well. Okay, so I'm gonna get all the knots out of my hair. And I'm gonna get going. There's a cricket. Grasshopper maybe? Grasshopper, I don't know. Right there. I'm just gonna let him have his day. We had the bee guest starring earlier. So okay. We have another live stream coming up tomorrow afternoon, 5 o'clock, West Hills Police Commission. Good times. That'll be fun. Not that I even enjoy going to any of these meetings. I really. Somebody needs to go in and hold these and hold them accountable if they do their job right, if they do their job wrong. If you see them, if you perceive them as doing something that's cruel or that's not fair, whatever the case may be, you know, go in there and tell them what you think. So I do. I'm not afraid. You know, don't be afraid to come in and tell them what you think. Don't be afraid of the camera. It's not going to bite you. You know, some cameras, you know, I don't know. All it does is expose the truth. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this up here in a minute, and I'm just gonna finish it up now. So appreciate you watching. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what you see, leave a comment. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment. Please subscribe. Thanks everybody for watching. And I don't think I even swore when I spoke. If I did, sorry. I tried not to. I actually consciously tried not to. And I didn't yell at, Mr. Dave. You're welcome, Dave. But, we'll see if I see you on Thursday. Engineer's coming out now. So, see you, Chase. I'll see you Thursday.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to police commission meetings, which is good for you. If I ever see you at a police commission meeting, I'll go, oh no, because you're engineering something, and that's bad. See you Thursday, bud. All right. So I'm going to go over here. That's what we're going to do. Go over here and end this right here. So. Just because. Take care, guys. Have an excellent evening. Yep. This time of year is kind of fun too, where it gets dark this time. I prefer when it stays light until almost 10. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need, I guess. So I'm going to end this now. Like I said, if you like what you see, leave a comment. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment. Do all the things that other YouTubers tell you to do for them. Do it for me. That'd be super if you did that. And I do appreciate everybody that watches my stuff. I do. I'm not lying. I'm not saying it just to get you to smash that like button or smash that like. I said this before, and I'll say it again because I think it's kind of thing. Don't smash it because you might break your device. Just tap it with the appropriate amount of pressure, like I'm gonna do right now to end this.